Good morning, Bande Matram. Welcome all of you. The topic to be discussed right now is on nothing permanent can be done without real supramental force. That is the only needful thing. The only needful force is the supramental force, a real supramental force. Without it, nothing can be done permanently. Nothing permanently can be done without the real supramental force. It is written real. We don't pretend to be. Without analysis, without knowing, we sometimes claim that things are going on. We are the great achievers. We have got great sadhana and all. That is entirely you are wandering in the sea of falsehood, ocean of falsehood. That's why Sri Aurobindo tries to quote, nothing permanent can be done without the real supramental force. But the result of its descent would be that the human life intuition would become a greater and more developed force than it is now. With, with the present scenario, with the present ability, efficiency, and capability, very difficult to achieve, see, even to sustain them. Very difficult. You can't bear. You don't have the bearing capacity at this present in the present state of mind. Very difficult. It has to change. And other intermediate powers between mind and supermind would become also more common and develop in organized action. It has to descend layer by layer, it has to come down. And our purpose, our aim is like that, ascend and descend. Everywhere we have already discussed couple of times, you have known. Couple of times, maybe many times, if you can remember, recall. Of course, it is in various class, in different classes like English, Odia or Hindi. In different classes, you have been sitting differently with a different mind setup. There itself you have heard that some people of the ancient class and of faculties of the yoga, the great yogis, what they did, they had the glimpse that a great force is there. They, of course, suggested to the aspiring souls, evolving souls, ascending souls, asotma sadgamaya, tamosoma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amrutam gamaya. There is something, some region is there, some realm is there, some possibility is there, you can go and reach. That like here in the lower hemisphere, we are inside the darkness, we are inside the falsehood, and we are inside the death. Bearing all these things, there is something contrary, just opposite to this one. There is truth, there is light, there is immortality. You go, if you try, you can go, but how? Nobody could be able to tell. Some people means not ordinary people. They are great souled rishis, sannyasis, siddha yogis. They tried, attempted, and went. I think they would have achieved something, but nobody knows how far they have achieved. And they suggested you the only thing, the only way out is to reach there. That is the only option. You have to reach there, but don't know how. That is the major problem with you. You don't know how, where. Anyway, they got the glimpse, the faint glimpse that something is existing. But here, with that consciousness, with that preparation, it is not possible. You have to change your consciousness. And integral yoga, that is the only path, only mode. And the guidance of the mother and master, that is the only path. Nothing can give, nothing can show, nothing can guide you. That is the only thing you can do. That is the only, that because you have got the aim, ambition. You have to go, and who will show the path? Where is the path? How will you be able to reach the path? Aim? No way. You have to take their guidance. So Sri Aurobindo quotes very interestingly, other immediate powers between mind and supermind would become also more common and develop in organized action. Organized, common and organized action. These are the things. wordings Sri Aurobindo uses in very bold manner. So preparation is necessary, without which you can't proceed even a single step forward. That is the problem with you. Sri Aurobindo tries to explain further. Human physical is always full of dark, low, and obscure forces. Quite inevitable. It is there, it is the lower hemisphere. Here only, how can we expect the light, the truth, the immortality here? So these are being changed into their drastic and drastic contrarieties. Truth becomes falsehood, light became darkness, immortality became mortality. And you are inside them. How can you expect that original things like light, truth, immortality here in this lower hemisphere? These are quite natural in the higher spheres. So human physical always full of darks, low, and obscure forces. When the supermind comes down fully into the material consciousness, when it comes, already well, it has come, it has been working in the earthly atmosphere, earthly environment. There is no doubt of it. When supramental comes fully into the material consciousness, it will create the right conditions there. It has to come, it has to change, it has to act, it has to transform rather. For that actually we are doing the sadhana. This is the purpose of our yoga. Our purpose is of yoga means not simply sitting and doing meditation and coming like people are doing. But you have got the aim and a big aim. You must dream and dream in a big manner. The oneness will be created. Then only that oneness divine. What is this yoga? Union with the divine. That oneness will occur then only. The constant presence and sense of contact will be felt. Simply somebody is going and hugging somebody, finding on the way. That is not yoga. After some time you can feel, even the facial expression you can feel, or body language you can study. There is no love-lust relationship, but they are hugging out of compulsion. Out of compulsion, there is something, selfish motive is there. That is not yoga. So here in the course, the oneness will be created, then only. Supramental force will come down fully into the material consciousness and it will create the right conditions there. Then only that hugging will be successful and you will get the ultimate oneness will be created. Constant presence and sense of contact will be felt in material and there will be the actual physical contact that is needed. Actual physical contact that is needed. So entire the thing will be conducted, conceived and expected only through the descent of supramental force. Nothing less than that can change it, transform it. That is the thing you must remember, and we know. And you don't have to do anything because that is already here. Suppose you are staying in a very remote village. You need to purchase some hallmark gold ornaments. For that, actually, you have to come to Cuttack or Bhubaneswar. Nothing like this. Now itself, this hallmark showroom is there just at the front of your doorstep. So, like this, supramental force, they will come, act, create the environment. You have to go. That ultimate, with this action, that ultimate contact will be there. Environment will be created. So many things. Then where shall a question will be there? Where shall we get this force? You don't have to go on the quest so that you will go and go and go. You don't know where you will lose your being. But thing is that it is already there, working in the earthly environment. It is creating its own environment. It is there. It is at work right now. You go and you have to only expect, aspire. You have to open to it. That is what the requirement. Then serum in the course, physical tamas in its roots can be removed only by the descent and the transformation. There is no other go already. No, not a couple of times, but many times I keep repeating the same thing, same word. I don't know how you are taking into your inside you. But thing is, it is very much prominent, you must know. Physical tamas in its roots, in its roots, physical tamas. What I have to do can be removed only by the descent and the transformation. It has to descend, not only by descent, it has to work. That transformation is necessary. But the physical exercise and regular activity of the bodies can always prevent a tamasic condition from prevailing in the body. Already we have discussed. Inertia is there, does not want to change. Where it is happy, does not want to change. Even if it is feeling that change is required. Change is inevitable, but it does not want to change really. So, regular activity of the body, physical exercise and regular activity of the body can always prevent a tamasic condition. Tamasic condition, you are sleeping. If you are regular in your exercise, physical exercise and regular activity, so that this is tamasic, this inertia, conditions of inertia, tamasikata, that will never be there anymore. They will be evaded, they will be explored, they will be surpassed, they will be won over. Tamasic conditions from prevailing the body, it will go. For that, actually, what you have to do? You have to be very cautious. You have to be very conscious. You know this tamasic, the inertia has to perish. Otherwise, very difficult to move. Two ways are there. Either you have to prepare your body, or else you have to surrender at the hands of the Divine Mother. Then Sri Aurobindo moves forward another step. It is the supramental power that transforms mind and life and body. That is the object of your transformation. This mind, life and body can be transformed only by the supramental force, by nothing else. Very difficult. They are dense. They have decided not to change. When they have decided not to change, then who can change? In the supramental power, it is the supramental power that transforms mind, life and body, not the Sachidananda consciousness which supports impartially everything. Not that is the difference you must know. Sachidananda consciousness. The only transforming agent is your supramental force that transforms mind, life and body. But what about Sachidananda? Is above mind. Supermind is between Sachidananda and the lower creation. Sachidananda is definitely above the supermind. It can only Sachidananda consciousness which supports impartially everything. But it is by having experience of Sachidananda. If you have the experience of Sachidananda, pure existence consciousness bliss, that is what you must know. That experience of Sachidananda, pure existence consciousness bliss, that the ascent to the supramental and the descent of the supramental become possible. Very interesting. That consciousness is required for the ascent and the descent. Ascent to the supramental and ascent and descent, ascent to the supermind and the descent of the supramental into will be possible only with the Sachidananda. Experience of Sachidananda, pure existence consciousness of bliss. That is required, inevitable. So, what is the purpose? Sri Aurobindo quotes in a single line. What is the purpose of this yoga? The object of yoga, that's what Sri Aurobindo quotes very interestingly, very clearly. Sri Aurobindo tries to explain. The object of our yoga is to bring down the supramental consciousness on earth. What is the object? What is the object really? We must know. The object of our yoga, not all yoga, object of our yoga is to bring down supramental consciousness on earth. Second, to fix it there. Third, to create a new race with the principle of supramental consciousness governing the inner and outer individual and collective life. That is the purpose of the yoga. What you are here for? Very interestingly, you must know your goal. The object of our yoga is to bring down the supramental consciousness on earth. That is the first thing. Second, to fix it here, there. Third, to create a new race, not one or two individuals. New race with the principle of supramental consciousness governing inner and outer individual and collecting life. That is the purpose, objective of our Sri Aurobindo categorically explains again and again, nothing permanently can be done without the real supramental force. That is only the transforming agent, without which nothing can be done. You must be required, you must remember, you must be prepared. For that, you must aspire for. That is what the requirement. That's all for today. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time. Thanks.